Hello lovelies and welcome to Living is Live. Today I'm going to show you how to do quick, easy makeup. I do this a lot for work because I forget I have to go and then I realize like I'm running late and I'm like, okay, well, gotta put something on my face, so let's go quickly. So it's like really basic, but I think it'd be great for beginners. Everything I use is Drugstore. I have a love of Drugstore because you can find amazing stuff at the drugstore. My favorite, I mix foundations, which might be like the only annoying step here, but like I personally think it's worth it. I have really dry skin, so I always moisturize first. This one's my favorite, just for the reason that it is like it doesn't irritate my skin because I have acne prone skin, so a lot of times moisturizers will like break me out. This one doesn't, and it also has SPF in it, which is great because I'm also very pale and I burn all the time. Like I live in Canada and summer comes around like for like 3 months out of the year. I will just fry in any kind of light. So SPF, if you can handle it for your skin, is great. Okay, and then I like to go in with the Catrice Prime and Fine primer. So I watched Tati, I adore her, and she recommended like the little pot. I love that one, I have it as well, but for like my whole face, I'm like, that one's specific, I use it for like pore filling. This one fills pores as well, maybe not as drastically, but it's good for like the whole face. So if I'm like running late, I'm going quick, I use this guy. So let's just pop that on. So I always just use my hands, circle motion. I like to go down my neck too because, you know, you gotta blend foundation onto your neck. Alright, and then because I'm moving quickly, like I want to do my brows, but I don't want anything like too difficult. Like I could spend half an hour just filling in my brows. But if I'm moving quickly, brow gel. Again, Catrice. I've tried so many brow gels. I like a lot of them. One of the higher end ones I really like is the Estee Lauder one. Like my brows don't budge. But I like tinted because if I'm just doing one thing, tinted is my favorite. I love the Catrice one. Essence is awesome. Those are my two like go-to brow gels. I like the clear brow gel from L'Oreal, but if I'm in a hurry, I tend to go for this guy. This guy's my number one. And I'll just brush it through. I have really like thin brows, so I tend to always want to fill them in because they don't really look like much unless I do. So for the front part, I like to just brush up because I have longer hairs near the end, so I go this way. I know a lot of people go up, but like I can't trim my brow hairs. They have to be long, otherwise I would have no brows. So I just do it like this. And I like to go up like this in the front and then brush the hairs sideways because they do stick up. And then I just repeat. And I do live by that saying like brows are sisters, not twins, because they're sisters. They're never going to be twins. Even if I spend 8 years trying to perfect them, they will never be twins. So one little trick is if you have like a bald spot in your brow, like a lot of times like you'll get like excess on the end of the brush here. I'll literally just put that in, like smudge it with my finger. I do my brows first so that I can put like foundation over top if I mess up because I'm in a hurry. I'm going quick. I don't have time to like makeup wipe or a Q-tip and like fix it. No, we're going quick. I don't have time. I'm a student and I work. See, like I messed up. Okay. See, like right there. The beauty is I have nothing on but primer, so I will literally just wipe it away and I'll put foundation over it later and it'll be fine. And then, so like I'll get bald spots in my brows sometimes, kind of just like depends on the day, honestly, but I just like to use that trick. Like I literally do it and I like smudge it. It works, it's quick, it's my preferred method. So once I brush it all through, I tend to sometimes have like uneven spots like near the middle, like this one will be thicker or thinner. Again, I just smudge it around, move it around. I just use this one product. I don't want to go through the whole extra effort of like finding other products, you know? So this is what we're doing. got some sisters. They're good. Done with that. After that, I will move on to my foundation. So I will mix the matte and poreless. So I don't like just, if you have oily skin, this one is probably like just this. This will be great, but I don't. I love the finish of this. I love the color for me. Like, I love everything about this, but I can't do matte. Like, it's too dry for me. Like, my skin can't handle it. So I like to mix it. This is also mattifying, but it's much more liquidy, so it kind of like balances it out somehow. I don't know. It works really well for me. But this is the Catrice foundation, the HD liquid coverage. I use 110 and 10. And this is the lightest it comes. It's too dark, which again, mixing it with this is great for me. I'm like really pale. I tend to mix a lot of things, so I'm just putting it onto my little glass palette here. I love this palette so much, and if I could tell you where to get it, I would, but I got it at a thrift store. I have no idea what it's originally for, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it has grooves. I can put like different things, and it just works super well, and I love it. It's like a thick, heavy glass. So I put a couple drops of the Catrice foundation, and then I have to pour out the Maybelline one, but I usually end up with something around that right there. And then this is a fun trick. I got this like face mask brush, like it's silicone, from like H&M Home, but like anything works, and it's great for mixing the foundations. Like if you want to mix them but not use like a brush that you have to clean all the time, like this is really easy to clean, like wipe off, like there's no wash, wait for it to dry kind of thing. So I love doing that, and I just mix it together, and then I'll actually use it to apply it to my face too, just because why not? It's already covered in the product, right? So I will just, I like to put it here, and then I'll do some on my forehead, my chin. I like to put it directly on acne if I have any, which I always do. That, and then a little bit on my nose as well. And then I will just my favorite blending tool, I have a couple, like I'll use this one. This is my like budget one. I think it's from Winners, but it's just one of the fake Artis brushes, but this is my number one. Tati got me hooked on this. This is the Clarisonic the Mia 2 with the foundation brush head. These are so expensive, so like I totally understand if you don't want to get it. I got my machine, like the Mia 2 machine, secondhand. Like I got it on one of like Kijiji or Let Go or something like that. So I got it for like 50 bucks instead of 200, and then I obviously just changed the brush head because I don't want someone else's face stuff. But it's great for washing your face, and the foundation brush head attachment is just like, it's phenomenal, especially if you have acne and you need to like blend over spots. It does such a good job of blending, but not removing the product that you want to cover the acne, which I've had a lot of issues with. So I'm going to go in with this, but if you like beauty blenders or brushes, like whatever your favorite is, I just find that this works really well for this like combination of foundation, because it is a lighter combo. Like it doesn't, it's not like a super full coverage. It's like a medium coverage, and this helps spread it out really well and also keep its like coverage. So just blend that out. It's totally blending into my hair, but that's okay. And I get as close to my brows as I can without like messing them up, and then I'll go in later and get a little closer, you know. But this is my favorite, and a lot of times I just keep going over it, like in little circles, like even once it's blended, just to get it even more blended. I always say, when in doubt, blend more. So it turns off on its own. It's kind of, it like tells you how to wash your face kind of thing. Like you can read into it. Not that important for this, but it will turn off after a while. Just turn it back on. Alrighty. So once I've done that, look how pale I am. I usually have a little bit extra, so I like to just gather that again on that silicone brush that I used to mix it. And I'll just cover like little spots if I see anything peeking through, because like I said, it is like a lighter like it's a medium coverage, so if you're going full for some areas, just layer it up a little bit. That's what the Clarisonic is really great for, layering, because it like smooths out the first layer, so honestly the second layer goes on like flawlessly, like you can't tell you're layering up, there's no cakiness. So I have some discoloration on my cheeks, so I'll put a little bit extra there. And I do like to go like here, this is my like mustache smile line area. I'm lucky I don't get like too aggressive smile lines, which is good. So I know that's an issue. And then I just go back in with this guy, really lightly, little circles. If I'm covering acne, I like to go like little circles and like barely touch the skin, because the vibrations will help like I said, blend it out, but not remove any product off of the acne you're trying to cover. Alright. So yeah, once I'm done with like the level of foundation I like to go back and literally blend over my entire face all over again. And I know this is quick, so if you don't have time for this, totally fine, but honestly, even doing this quickly, if I'm not talking through it, this can take me like 10 to 15 minutes. Just once you get into like the habit, super quick. Okay, concealer. These are my favorite combo, the new e.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's phenomenal. And Catrice in the lightest Porcelain 010. It is still too dark for me, which is why I like to mix it. This is a bit lighter. So what I like to do is take the darker one on the outer part. It's like right here. And then if I have any acne, just dot it in and around that area, because I am going to go in with the other one on all these spots too, so it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. Okay, and then what I like to do, so the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, super thick consistency, you have to blend it out quite a bit, but I take a little dollop, let me see the difference, right here, because I have aggressive under eyes, and then just beside wherever I put the other one to lighten up that concealer a bit, because it is too dark for my skin tone. Again, brush, blender, Clarisonic, whatever you want. I'm going to use this brush for this. Just a little bit like that. This one, I find that this, like any like Artiste-like brush works really well again for acne. Like I don't like beauty sponges to cover up acne. I feel like it takes away too much product. Does not work for me. I have suffered from acne for like, how old am I? 20? Like 8 years. 8 years. So it's gotten a lot better as I've gotten out of teenagehood, the horrible hormone fluctuation, but I still get a lot of spots like sporadically all over my face. So for under eye, I like to go all the way up and over, and I know it's weird that I'm dragging it, but this brush just blends like that, like it doesn't create streaks or anything. And then I will make this horrible face to get right up in there, because I don't want any creasing, and that's where I tend to crease. And if you're not careful, I've found with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, it will crease on you, like for sure. And then if you have like vein situations on your eyelid, which I do, but I don't always really care, like I don't think it's that bad, but if you want to, just sweep a little bit of excess over that, cover it up. You don't have to use like any powders or anything if you don't want to, if you're going quick like I am. And then that is it. And then once I'm done that, sometimes I will blend more. Like I was saying, I'm a blending like fiend. I just blend everything. Once that's done, this is my favorite powder. I don't love translucent powder because, again, I have like discoloration on my skin. I get acne. I like colored powder to help like a little oomph of coverage, but I use it very, very sparingly because I have dry skin and I cannot use a lot of it, or it will end up cakey and like literally flaking. Like my skin will go so dry that it will like flake with my makeup like off. Like I will be able to like peel off like skin and makeup. It's horrible. So this is my favorite. It is the, I think the lightest shade, 05 Fair from the Maybelline Fit Me collection. So I just put a little bit in the lid, And then I like to take like a really big, this is from e.l.f. I love e.l.f. brushes. Really light, really big and fluffy. And I'll swirl it around, and then I literally tap off. Like I swirl and I tap like most of it off. Like I want a very, very light. And then I just go in over my whole face very lightly, like just dusting. And then I'll go under my eyes with it as well, because I don't want to overly powder my eyes. Like I know some people use separate powder, and like I will sometimes, but dry skin, I need very little powder. Like my makeup's not going anywhere. It's not melting off my face. I have no oils to displace it. So I do like to set it, but like barely. Like this will last me forever. And again, we're going quickly. Less product, easier to do, right? Which again, if you have like one foundation you want or one concealer, makes it even faster. Do it that way. And then when I'm going quickly, I just do bronze highlight. Like I don't do anything else. Like, yeah, maybe I'll throw on some mascara, maybe, but mascara is a pain in the butt to remove at the end of the night. And I work at a bar, so I get home really, really late. So sometimes I just want to be able to be like, wah, and go to bed. And mascara is like a constant struggle. So I'll just skip it sometimes. I'm like, it's okay. I look like a normal, like this looks like my face, you know? Like if you're not looking closely, if you don't know about makeup, men, they'll think this is my face. So I'm just gonna take my Butter Bronzer Physicians Formula. I took it out of the pan. It's currently in like a Morphe Z palette, but I'll take one of my favorite. This is the powder brush from Real Techniques. I have no idea what number it is, but I love this. It's like big round dome brush, like super fluffy. And I'll just tap it in there and tap off a bunch of the excess. I'll even rub it off on my arm sometimes because I'm so pale that like bronzer can be a little bit aggressive if I put too much on. And then I just like to fluff it in the cheekbone area. Like I'm not too specific. Like I go under more than over, but I go over a little bit too. Just bronze up my whole face because I'm really pale and I need the life brought back into me, especially after I put on foundation. I like to go across the top. I do follow that like 3 rule, you know, like this situation, but I blend a lot more, like a lot. I tend to blend like really aggressively into my hairline. Not great for my hair probably, but good for the makeup. And I just outline cheekbone, jawline, you know, contour a little bit while bronzing, but like not aggressive contour, just a little bit, just a little touch. If I'm taking my time, I will like contour, nose contour. I don't have time. I'm not doing that. I'm just, and then sometimes I look at my face and I'm like, oh, too pale in the middle, and I will literally just be like, there we go, butter, you know, just add a little bit. Butter bronzer smells delicious anyway, totally fine. And then my last step, like sometimes I don't even use setting spray because I use primer, so I'm like, that's okay, that works, right? That's like equivalent. I love the e.l.f. Baked highlight. It's great. It works on my pale skin. The tip, like the little trick is you have to scrape off the top layer. Like the top layer makes it crap. Like you swipe your finger across and it's chalky. It doesn't work. There's no pigment. It's nothing. It's like loose glitter. It's horrible. But you scrape it off. Like I literally used like an X-Acto knife and I was just like, shh. And you throw it out. And then it turns into this magic. Look at this. Look at that. And I will usually use a brush, but I have some on my finger right now. So we're just gonna, you don't have to, that's the beauty of it, is you can, it's highlight, you want it to shine. So like applying it with your finger, just glitter, make me highlight to the nines. I love highlight, it's like the one thing I won't skip. Like if I do even more basic than this, it's brows and highlight and like maybe some concealer under my eyes because they're so bluey purple, like aggressively, that it looks a little weird if I have highlight and no concealer under my eyes, but that's my even more basic. It's like really basic. So I like Cupid's bow, help my lips out a little bit, you know, give them a little shine, little bit on the end of the nose and blend it out really well. And then just the cheekbones. And that'll be it. If I do use a brush, e.l.f. highlighting brush or like fan brush, they work great. If you're wondering where I got the mirror that I'm like in love with, thrift store. It's like super old school, like heavy. It's gorgeous. I love it so much. Guys, you can find amazing stuff for makeup at the thrift store if you know what you're looking for. Like you can't find makeup obviously, but like my last palette, my mirror, like storage for makeup, like really cute storage. For my brushes, I wanted like a nice, like, you know how people love to put like the beads in it, and like I love that, like the beads and then they stand up. But my problem was that I was getting such cheap containers that like I would pull a brush out and it would like tip, like move the whole container because it wasn't like a heavy enough base to be like moving it around. This gorgeous like vase, obviously, like completely glass filled with beads, and it's like, it's great. I love the shape of it because it goes like this, so it holds less beads in the bottom here, but it opens up so I can still fit a bunch of makeup brushes. It was from the thrift store. It was like $3, but it's heavy glass. Like I can pick it up, but like you're not knocking that over, you know? I love that about it. So like stuff like that is great. Like I do have all those plastic makeup drawers to like hold everything, and I love them. I got them at HomeSense, and they're like thick drawers. They're way cheaper. Go to HomeSense. They have them. It's awesome. But for like other, like if you don't want to do that, if you want like a bin or a basket, you can get amazingly cute stuff at the thrift store for really cheap to hold all your makeup. So I highly recommend giving that a go. And while you're there, look for plant pots, like literally anything. Like I found an old school picnic basket. You will probably see in an upcoming video. I will do like a little picnic photo shoot or like what to pack for a picnic, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous old school picnic basket, and it was like $5, and it's like heavy, sturdy, like it's amazing. You can get amazing stuff. Like I have cute bowls and mugs from the thrift store. Like it's so much cheaper. Anyway, that was a little tangent, but if I want to go one step further, which I think I might today just because I have the time, I already have decently long and like curled eyelashes, so I'm not too picky about my eyelash curler, but I do watch Rach Loves, and she like raves about the Shiseido eyelash curler. So if you have more like downwards facing lashes or shorter lashes and you want like extreme curl, go for that because I trust her judgment and she loves it. So I like to go in, be really careful here, but try and get as close to the base as you can without obviously stabbing yourself in the eye. And if you stab yourself in the eye, I understand. I've done it. It sucks. I'm sorry. And if you feel like you're tearing up and you're like, oh my God, my makeup, Q-tip in the corner of your eye to like gather up the tears. It sounds really sad, but yeah. Because I have definitely pinched too low in like a rush before and then been like, oh my God, ow. And then like immediate tears, you know. But yeah, as you can see, like even that just makes a difference. So, sorry, my eyebrows. The long hairs love to stick up. But if I trim them, I will have no eyelashes. So I have a few mascaras that I love. Okay, it depends what you're going for. Like if I'm going simple makeup, I don't love too much volume. A little bit of volume and like length is what I go for. But if I want like full blown like bam, Lash Paradise, you've probably heard it a million times here on YouTube, but Lash Paradise. I've actually found I really enjoy the Rimmel Scandalized Wow Wings for like a simple makeup day. I'll show you this. And if you're kind of go super natural, this is what I have, but like it doesn't matter. I have the Rimmel Extra Super Lash Building Mascara, but I have it in brown black. And because I have like, obviously like dark-ish brown hair, I have highlights right now, but it's usually a bit darker. This looks pretty natural for my lashes. So I really like, I like sometimes doing a natural, but I'm going to go in with this one just to show you. But yeah, never spend too much money on your mascara. Honestly, it's not worth it. Like you can get amazing stuff at the drugstore. I've yet to try it, but Tati here on YouTube, whom I like have been watching, I don't even know how long, like 5 years. She raves about the Sally collab mascara. So you don't want to do Lash Paradise, which is like my favorite for like some nice dramatic lashes. Give that one a go. Comment if you like it, because I haven't tried it yet. I know I should have, but like there's no like Sally Beauty around me, so I just have not had that opportunity yet. But if you have one around you and you try it, I really want to know what it's like. So please feel free to tell me how great it is, and then I will drag myself to Sally's Beauty to acquire that mascara. But yeah, I won't do bottom lashes. It's a simple look. I'm not even doing eyeshadow because I don't have time. If you wanted to do like a little bit of eyeshadow, I would just straight up grab like whatever bronzer in the crease just to add some depth to your eyes. Like I'll do it right now. Grab like a nice fluffy brush, dip it in the bronzer, and just literally in the crease like this. So you can see like the difference. Like it just adds like a little dimension, and you already have this product out, so there's no like digging around trying to find your eyeshadow. And it like is cohesive because it's already on your face. So, and that's it. Done. My simple look. If you get good at this, 10-15 minutes, bam, done, out the door. And like I like it. It's good for work, it's good for school, it's good for anything quick. Like if you really want to put on makeup but you do not have time, it'll last me through work. Like I'll look nice despite running around at work like sweating. Ew, I know, but like sweating and, you know, probably accidentally like rubbing my eye because I'm exhausted. It survives, it looks good, I glow. So that is all for this. But if you want to see like a more detailed makeup, like where I do contour and blush and like I show you my favorite like lip, I have like a lot of fun like eye looks that I can do quickly but that are like my staples. Like I do like a sunset-y kind of look that I love, or like I have like these ones where I do like a nice inner corner pop of colors situation, which is really fun, and it's quick as well, so it's like a little addition if you're like, oh, this took me 10 minutes and I have like 15, I can do like a bit more on my eyes. That kind of thing, I can show you that as well. So just let me know what you want to see. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please feel free to give it a like. Please subscribe. I will be doing so many more videos. I'm really excited. So makeup, I have an IKEA haul coming up and potentially a DIY from my IKEA haul, like a couple things I want to tweak and remake. I got some really fun ideas when I was there. Anything like that. I'm going to do apartment tour. I'm going to talk about my plants, my little babies. Bullet journaling. I am an avid bullet journal, and I just got this new one. I'm just gonna, I know it's like super unrelated, but you can leave if you don't want to look. But this like gorgeous pink holographic bullet journal. So you want to see me use these, please come back. If you subscribe and ring the bell, it'll notify you when I upload. And other than that, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Mwah!